can you start off by saying the number 7 and then like what it represents?
Yeah, 7 people.
I thought I'd do a PSB7 101 class. I've had messages regarding on how to use one, and I thought I'd put a little video together just to show you how to use this thing. Okay, the PSB7, before we get started, let me just break this down. I use as you can see in the background here, this is a Jawbone jam box, big jam box. I use this one. It's a little pricey, but I only use it when I'm in the garage. When I'm on investigations, I use the Altec Lansing Orbit. It's a little circle speaker. I'm sure you've seen it on Ghost Adventures. Those things go for about 15 bucks, 20 bucks on Amazon. And the one other thing I need to make sure that I tell everybody that I come in contact with when we talk about the spirit boxes, please invest on getting a digital recorder. It doesn't have to be this one. This is like a low-end recorder, if you want to say. This one I got for like 50 bucks at Best Buy. The one I tend to use on investigations is the Tascam DR-05. People use the Zoom. The Zoom is nice. And Mr. Steve Huff uses the Roland. Those are a little bit more expensive. But once again, I can't stress it enough. Make sure you get digital recorder. The only thing I'm going to say about this one I like is the noise cut, which is right here. So when I'm replaying the videos, because I record every session I do, that's the important thing. Record, record, record. Even if you're going to be out here for 5 minutes, record it, because you're going to miss stuff. The noise cut cuts out the white noise, okay, when I'm listening back to it, and it helps a lot. Also on this thing, it has a speed reduction, so when I'm replaying one of my sessions, it slows down. So if I had a question about a word that was said, I can slow down the speed of it and actually really listen, and you can hear the word that they're trying to say. It slows it down. I think Steve Huff does it on his videos too. Very, very important. Okay, let's go right to the PSB7. Okay, here it is. PSB7 by ITC Research. This happens to be the detuned one. I have a detuned AM one, and I have a regular one. This one is for like 50 bucks, and I'll show you the difference when I turn it on. So we're going to just do a quick overview of the PSB7. Here's your little window, which when I turn on you'll see it. On this row here at the top is the AM and FM, your power button, okay? The next row here is your volume, plus and minus. Here's your sweep rate on the third row here, sweep forward, sweep reverse. And the last row here on the top is your rate, your sweep rate, and the bottom button is your backlight. Okay, the backlight is a blue light, which you'll see here in a second when I turn it on. Excuse me, it's freezing cold in here. I have a little cough. Okay, the side of the PSB7, as you can let me go back a little bit. This right here is for the headphone jack. Okay, the next one is the spout. This is where I'm going to plug in my external speaker. And then you have your DC. If you get a power cord, you want to get a DC 4.5 volt, okay? And then that way you don't have to use batteries. When, like for me, which I'm sitting in the garage, I tend to use mine. I just don't have it out here right now. So I'm going to be using batteries, which comes to the next part. Here's your batteries. It takes 3 AAAs, okay? Here's your speaker, which is not very loud, but if you don't have an external speaker, it works good enough. You got your little kickstand here, which I never ever use, but if you want to kick it out, you can lay it like this on an angle on the table. And then the controversial antenna. And why I say it's controversial is because people like to say that they use it, and then other people say that they disconnect it. I personally use it all the time, and whenever I do the spirit box, it's always out and all the way up. Okay? I tend to think the spirits use the radio to answer the questions. They manipulate what's being said on the radio to answer whatever I ask them. Okay, so that's it. I think I covered everything on the PSB7. Let's get right to it. Okay, here's your power button. You're going to hold it down for 3 seconds. As you can see, the blue light came on. Okay. At the very top, it tells you how much juice you have left in your batteries. The next one right here is your sweep rate, which I have it set at 200. I'm on FM, and of course, here's a frequency. Okay. And as you can hear, this is what it sounds like. Let me get it rolling here. I'm going to sweep in reverse. Hold down the reverse button. Okay. Now I'm going to plug in the external speaker, and you can hear the difference here. Hold on a second. Okay. And there it goes. It's rolling. Okay. One little quick tidbit I want to make sure I tell you, because it took me a while to learn this. I figured these volume buttons were worthless when I was doing it. You could see the number going up and down on the volume, but it doesn't do anything, okay? It does something when you're not moving, meaning it's not sweeping, okay? Let me go down. There we go. When it's not sweeping, when it's not moving, the volume button on this PSB7 does work, okay? So if you're sweeping, the volume button does nothing. To make make it go louder, stop your sweep and then adjust your volume. Or you can adjust your volume if you have an external speaker, okay? Okay, for sweep rates, I use 200 on the FM. I do also 150 on the AM, which I'm going to hit here. You just tap it once and see I'm on AM. Okay. I sweep at 200. Okay. Now I have a friend who has much success on the AM, and she sweeps at 300. Now if I wanted to go to 300, I go to sweep rate, which is right here, and you tap it until it goes up to 300. Okay. Now, this is the difference between a detuned AM, is you can barely hear any kind of static or white noise, if you want to say. The only thing you will hear is like the words or the radio that's being spoken. Okay? Again, I have some success. I tend to like FM better. But AM does work. I would say try them both. Okay? So now here's FM. As you can hear the white noise. Okay? I ask my questions between 80, when it gets to 86 down to 76. This is where I'm asking my questions. Like right now I'd be asking something. Hello, is there anyone with me tonight? Can you say something? Hello, hello, hello.
How would you pay the bill?
Okay. All right. So that's the PSB7. I will do another video if you would like. I know a lot of people ask questions about, hey, what do you say and how do you ask things and what do you do? And I'm going to tell you something right off the bat. In the beginning, you're going to be nervous because you're not sure what to say or what to ask. Just act like you're talking to someone that's next to you. Just always be friendly, polite to them. Don't be rude. Don't mock them. And always, for me, this is me personally, I always say hello. I introduce myself. I ask who's out there, how many spirits. And whenever I close my session, as polite as I can, I tell them that they need to go back to where they came from. And they can't stay here. Because you don't want them to stick around, and like I said, if you tell them, they usually say good night or goodbye, and sometimes you're going to get some, they're going to call you names or tell you no or whatever. But like I said, I'll do another video on what to ask and how to really use it. I just wanted to do a quick breakdown on the PSB7. If you have any questions that I did not cover, please feel free to message me on Facebook. And if there's any other videos you would like me to do, I'd be more than willing to do it. This is just the PSB7. I have other things I do use. And again, if you have any questions or you have any ideas of other videos you would like me to do, like another 101, please let me know. Okay, take care. This is the House of Paranormal, and I'll see you later.